On today's episode of Getting Real with Goldie, I'm going to say something potentially controversial, and you're either going to scroll by or stick with me. Not evidence-based, not clinical, just a brutal truth from me. I think, as a therapist, as a mom, as a human, we need less people kind of doing the self-love thing and more people doing the self-accountability thing, because a generation of people that cannot tolerate discomfort, criticism, or feedback is a huge disservice to society at large. The world itself is not a painful place. It's how we perceive it, right? That's a very Viktor Frankl kind of thing. Maybe this is more evidence-based or clinical than I thought. Regardless, right? The idea that the world is not going to be a fair place and not everybody deserves happiness or success if they're not willing to work for it. So sitting in a prison, a self-imposed prison of excuses and comfort all the time is not helpful, right? We need to teach people in general how to hold themselves accountable, how to push themselves to be better versions, while simultaneously accepting yourself as you are. Because the idea that support without criticism is enabling, and criticism without support is cruelty. So finding a balance between the two is a very DBT kind of thing, because I think humans are hardwired for maximizing pleasure, minimizing pain. It's why we numb ourselves out with drugs and alcohol, or addictive behaviors, why we avoid difficult conversations, why we tell white lies, because we want to maximize pleasure and minimize pain, except that the temporary benefit of maximizing pleasure in the moment over time gets outweighed by the pain and the painful consequences and the damage to our relationships, self-esteem, body, mental health, all that kind of stuff with these other things that we do. So I don't really have much of an antidote to this, except for the idea of make yourself a continuous self-improvement project. Continue to work hard on being real, being the most authentic version of yourself, learning how to delay gratification, and learning how to be uncomfortable, because that's where the change happens. That was good talk.